Hi everyone. I've talked on this channel before about being a TV background extra actor, and I have a few more tips if you're interested in this kind of work, which might be available in your metropolitan area. So recently I've realized how sometimes the wardrobe people can be a little abusive. I was on a show recently where it's not even named yet. It'll come out maybe in the fall of 2017 on Fox, and we had to park somewhere else and they put us into vans, and this woman on the way over was saying she brings a ton of clothes and sometimes the wardrobe people are really mean to her. And then later when we were in holding, we were at two long tables and there was this huge suitcase and I was trying to move it so I could sit down in the chair where I had my stuff, and I said, I figured out whose suitcase it was, and I said, what's with the huge suitcase? I mean, it was enormous, like if you're gonna go on a 2-week vacation. And he quietly said, the wardrobe people tend to tell me that I don't bring enough clothes. I'm like, really? Because lately I've been bringing less clothes because they annoy me so much. They get their direction from the director, who tells them for each kind of role what kind of colors and what types of clothes to bring. And then the wardrobe people email that to the casting agency, who just copies and pastes it and gives it to us. And so many times it's just way off. So that particular day, I was playing a detective and we got an email saying you're going to be outside all day. I'm like, oh, really? Outside? It's like 42 degrees and raining. So I dressed for being outside. I had thick leggings on under black pants and shoes that I could be, because I wasn't going to be sitting down. I had a turtleneck sweater on, which I don't wear anymore because I got hot flashes, but if I'm going to be outside, turtleneck, and then a cuddled up shirt under that, and then a suede blazer and a coat. So when wardrobe saw me, she said, I don't want you wearing that coat, and take off the blazer, and here's a coat for you to wear. Well, it was cute, but it wasn't lined and it was not warm enough. Then we had breakfast outside. That's where the breakfast was set up, and it was very nice, but it was outside. And I put my coat on over her coat without my blazer, and I was still cold. So went inside, and when we got called, we were inside. I was playing a police detective. All the detectives were inside, and the director knew this, that the detectives were not going to be going outside all day. So I go up there in my turtleneck and my cuddled up shirt and the jacket she wanted me to wear, and they said, oh, well, you can take the coat off. So I didn't wear the coat at all, which just means at the end of the day I had to stand in two lines. I had to stand in the line to give my coat back and get my paperwork back, and then get my paperwork signed. So apparently this happens a lot. So here's another one I want to tell you, and I'm going to show you the show that recently aired. So we were filming for APB, which is a show on Fox on Monday nights at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, and sometimes they show it on Saturday nights too. It was episode 8, and we were playing stockholders at a stockholders meeting, and we met at a big theater, and we were told to dress business and what kinds of colors. Stop, shaky. And so, excuse me, the dog wants to come up. Come on up. Okay. Let's talk to everybody. So I sat next to a woman at one point in the theater, and she had on a dress and a matching jacket. And I saw another woman earlier wearing a beautiful dress and a jacket, but the dress was sleeveless and it was cold in there. And I figured it would be cold in there, so I dressed with a shirt and a light color blazer and matching pants and tights and warm shoes or boots. And I said to this younger woman, what's up with taking your jacket off? She goes, wardrobe liked my dress color and told me to leave the jacket off. I go, it's freezing in here. So what I want to do is show you this part of episode 8 where we were. The interesting thing is we only fit in one section, and then after the actor gave his speech, which you'll see that I heard him do several times, then he left. almost all production left, and we were left with one assistant director and 2 production people. Actually, it was very nice because it was a chaotic day with all these people. And then they moved us from section to section to section and filmed us just reacting and clapping, and then they put it all together so that we're all in one section. But you'll see how small we are, and even in some scenes where people are a little more close up in the audience, if the woman was wearing her jacket instead of the sleeveless dress, who cares? So the thing is, in the theater, wardrobe never came in there to check us again. So I think they could have put the jacket on. So if you do this work, you just have to be mindful about what role you're playing, how well can you be seen. If you're just in the background, who cares if you throw another jacket on? As long as you're comfortable. So let's go to that scene right now. Well, guess what? I did this whole video. I had it all edited and put together. I uploaded it to YouTube, and then YouTube came back with an email saying, oh, Fox will not let you air this video, so it's shut down worldwide. So I have to add a different section. So here's, if you want to see the scene and what I'm talking about, it is APB season 1, and it's episode 8. So, and it's at the end of the show where he's giving a speech, and I'm the lead actor, and there's this huge audience. So what I want you to notice is the fact that as long as people are dressed in business and in different colors of clothing, that's all that should matter. So, you know, these 2 women who I met, well, one I met and one I saw, wearing the sleeveless dress, who had a warm jacket to wear over it, like a blazer, they should have been allowed to wear that. And when I watched the show, I don't even see those 2 women. One of them was closer to the front of the audience, and one was back a little bit, like behind where the actress in the blue dress with the dark hair sat down. But what should it matter? So what I'm saying is, with these wardrobe people, you just, you know, you have to treat them nicely. They're doing their job as best as they can, and you go on these shows and you see the long days that people are working, and who knows what communication happened from the director to wardrobe. I don't know. But then wardrobe's communicating to casting, and casting just copies and pastes what they say and tell us, and we show up wearing certain kind of clothes, or they look at what we're wearing and say, oh, wear that or not that, and now you're too hot or you're too cold, or it's just kind of goofy, especially when you see a scene like this where the people aren't seen very much. So go ahead, if you have Hulu or some other type of membership where Fox is on Hulu, or if you DVR a show like ABB, then you can see what I'm talking about. So that's all I wanted to say here. So let's go back to the third part that I already pre-recorded. So that was that experience. So if you're going to do this work, you just have to know how to work with wardrobe. Bring some things, but don't overdo it. Try to follow their instructions. Sometimes they sent the instructions, they were so bad, I figured out what they really wanted, and I was the only one who brought what they really wanted. So I think there tends to be a communication gap between the directors and wardrobe about what each character should be wearing, and then wardrobe does their own interpretation, and then anyway, apparently they're not always nice to people. So if you're interested in this type of work, check out some of my other videos. You can click one of the images on the right side of your screen, or click the little eye in the upper right hand corner, and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Bye.